This program, proudly brought to you by Inglis.
Hello, I'm Searcy. Welcome to part 2 of the 2023 Inglis Australian Easter Yearling Sale Preview. Coming up in the next hour, we look at select yearlings from elite breeding operations in the Hunter Valley, the Southern Highlands of New South Wales, and also Cambridge Stud in New Zealand, heading for the Riverside Sales Ring for the best of the best Easter sale on April 3 and 4. Henry Field and his great team at Newgate Farm in the Hunter Valley haven't been around as long as some other breeding operations, but their star stallions, sales-topping yearlings and Group 1 winning graduates are second to none. Let's see their select yearlings for Easter 23. Well, Jim, again, it's been an outstanding past 12 months for Newgate Farm. Not only, of course, graduates from the farm, but the outstanding successes of your stallions in so many Group 1s right around Australia.
Yeah, look, Caroline, again, look, on behalf of the management of Newgate and Henry, Louise, Gavin and Catherine and Matthew and Wendy, we're delighted to welcome Bred to Win to the farm. It only seems like yesterday we were here a year ago showcasing our Easter draft with Bred to Win this time last year, and we're delighted with the year we've had. We've had continued success on the track with our graduates, which, you know, it's something we promote highly, and we try to raise athletes. Stallions have had a fantastic year, and, you know, we've had a fantastic year in the sales circuit. You know, we've brought 88 yearlings to the sales so far, and we sold 88 yearlings at leading vendors at Magic Millions and leading vendors at Classic. So it's been a fantastic 12 months, and hopefully continues to progress for the next 12 months.
The deeds of extreme choice, we know we talk about the limited numbers, but either way, I mean, he's just an outstanding stallion, isn't he? Of course, Espiona now winning a Coolmore Classic, and of course already producing a Golden Slipper winner, and also Capitalist now too. We've seen he's had Cannonball, Lazargo winning the Sweet Embrace, one of the top two-year-olds of her season too. And of course Russian Revolution with Communist winning the Randwick Guineas, and Red Resistance, one of the elite two-year-olds this year after Rise of the Masses last year. You've had the Instructor in Melbourne. I mean, each one of these stallions is vindication for what your entire team has been trying to achieve.
Yeah, look, definitely. We've had a fantastic 12 months with them all. Extreme Choice is a freak. You know, they're on at 14% stake winners to runners. It really is freakish. Russian Revolution is just absolutely batting the ball out of the park. And it's a testament to our shareholders, to the breeders who get behind our stallions and support them. Big testament to the guys at the farm, Henry, Matthew and Gavin, who, you know, we obviously support a lot of good young mares, and it's a team effort by everybody, and it's look, the results are in the proof in the pudding what we're doing.
Well, we start with lot 126. This is a colt by Extreme Choice from Fidetta. As we mentioned, Extreme Choice, a son of Not a Single Doubt. Again, of course, the Danehill Reduced line, Not a Single Doubt can throw a slipper winner himself. As I mentioned, of course, Extreme Choice already has an American bred mare. So really interesting, her dam by Danehill through a Grade 1 winner in the US. Tell us about this colt.
Yeah, look, he reminds me a lot of actually Don Corleone. Great action, you know, good moving, fluid colt. You know, for a November foal, he's such natural action, great strength, great quality, and he's like a really good Extreme Choice, which, you know, we've obviously, you know, the stallion's 14% stakes winners for runners. So hopefully this guy will be in the same book next year.
Lot 392 is by Snitzel, of course, with the Golden Slipper winner this year in Shinzo. And from Sultry Feeling, so this is the half-sister to the Golden Slipper place getter, King's Gambit, who's again one of the truly elite of this year's 2-year-old crop, placed in the Canterbury and the Silver Slipper, won the debutante in Melbourne as well. And Sultry Feeling's a race filly. She was such a tough race filly for James Cummings in the gory colours. And she won the Trisquet, the birthday card, multiple group place too. So it's one of those tough and fast, gory stud families.
Yeah, look, it's a huge honour to breed a filly of this quality in partnership with Goree. Obviously, you know, the Quanco family are renowned industry leaders in the Australian breeding history, and to breed a quality filly of this pedigree, athleticism, you know, it's a huge honour for everybody here at Newgate. She's a beautiful filly, great mover, very straightforward, great temperament, just a very, very straightforward filly. You know, the mare has a beautiful extreme choice filly at foot, or weanling, and she's back in full-time invincible, so there's a lot to be heard of, hopefully, for Sultry Feeling going forward.
Lot 189 is a filly by Extreme Choice from Kilcareless, so another by Your Gunsire. The dam is by More Than Ready, so this is a similar cross to the Golden Slipper winner Shinzo. She's had 3 to race for 3 winners, and of course this is the great Redute's Choice family through the 3rd dam, Monsoon Wedding.
Yeah, look, this filly's a beautiful filly bred by Matthew Samblom. Another extreme, great athleticism, great moving filly, lots of natural strength. It's a very similar cross to Miracles of Life, and it wouldn't surprise you if this filly got up like her, got up and went early. She's very sharp looking, and look, really happy to sell her on behalf of Matthew.
Lot 376 is by I Am Invincible from Spanish Pipe Dream. Of course, the reigning champion Australian sire, Vinny. He's still getting those Group 1 successes. Vinny, tell us about this filly.
Yeah, look, I love this filly. She's a queen. She's been a queen since the day she was born. I know the queen is probably bandied around by stud managers in the Hunter Valley quite flippantly, but you know, the mare's just, it's a testament to SF, the breeders, that, you know, mare of this quality we brought out from America. She was 4th in a Queen Mary in Ascot, stakes winning, fast American Scat Daddy mare. Great actioned, you know, very good temperament, great quality, lots of natural muscle definition, which, you know, and look, Vinny fillies don't need any more introduction than what they've achieved on the track. But look, this is a filly that, you know, she was probably one of our highest rated fillies the whole way through from the day she was born, and filly that, you know, we felt as though she deserved to be showcased at Easter. You know, she's a beautiful filly.
Then lot 446, another filly by I Am Invincible. And the dam is one of those tough New Zealand Group 1 winning mares by your own foundation sire, Fox Wedge. And she won the Railway New Zealand, but also the 8 Carat, which is won by many of the best race fillies who turn into great brood mares in New Zealand. She was a 12-time winner. That includes 7 wins in a row, which is outstanding for any horse. And you know she's going to throw tough fillies.
We're delighted to present this filly on behalf of Longwood Michael Christian. Obviously, the filly we hold very close to our own heart. The mare has an N on her shoulder. She was raised and grazed here in Newgate. This filly was actually conceived in Newgate, and then we sold her, and Michael Christian bought her. This filly, he asked us to consign this filly for him at Easter. She's a fantastic first foal, lots of natural strength, great head. It's a great result for Michael to get a quality filly like this out of first foal, out of a great mare.
Lot 77 is a colt by Capitalist from Comical Smile. As we mentioned, of course, your Golden Slipper winner by Written Tycoon, with recent group winners such as Lazargo, Cannonball and others. The dam's a half-sister to one of the great stallions in Northern Meteor, has produced Smart Missile, Surge Ahead and Kiss from a Rose, and also one of her descendants is the Group 2 winning mare, the tough Palacepan.
Absolutely beautiful colt from one of Goree's best family. Look, this colt's a half-brother to Smart Missile, who's doing a fantastic job at stud, closely related to Northern Meteor. Again, another great offering from our partnership we have with Goree. Very straightforward, good moving capitalist colt, and he'll be really well received at Easter.
And finally, lot 36 by Snitzel from Ballet d'Amour. Of course, Snitzel, as we said, a 2nd Golden Slipper winner in Shinzo. So it's still the greatest sire line, the Danehill line, of which you have many representatives, including your Galaxy winner, Russian Revolution, who is, of course, the full brother to this colt. We mentioned his great successes recently. The dam has also produced the Francis Tressady winner in Turbo Miss, and his grand dam of Home Affairs and Caulfield Giddy's runner-up Asar. So it's quite the page.
Oh, look, hopefully he'll be back here standing here in 2 or 3 years' time, Caroline. That's our dream from the day he was born. He's bred by Belinda Bateman, who's a broodmare band here that, you know, any breeder worldwide would be envious of. He's a beautiful colt. He was, you know, he's a 9th of November foal, actually, in for the 9th of November foal, to have as much girth and strength as this guy has. He's a pretty special colt. He's been very straightforward from day one. He's just a beautiful you know, high-end colt. Russian Revolution's doing a fantastic job, leading first season stallion, got his communist this year. And this guy is just, you know, he's a testament to the kind of quality mares that Belinda has. I would like to think he's probably one of the standout lots at Easter this year. We've had a fantastic year. It hasn't been a straightforward year, and that's, you know, there's no hiding that. But we brought a large number of horses to the sales this year. We've sold everything. We've a beautiful draft going to Easter. It's the results of what we're trying to do is, you know, bring the best mares we have to our stallions. You know, breeding speed. The results we've had this year at the sales and the results we'll have at Easter is down to that.
And you can see in the staff, it's great to be, you know, doing a great job, but this is personal, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of emotion and excitement heading to Easter.
Oh, look, it's a huge team effort. It's no hiding, you know, the last few years during COVID, it's been tough, you know, trying to get staff, and we have a fantastic core team here from the day the feed is conceived to the day it's born to, you know, the whole way through its life. The kick our team gets out of raising quality sound horse off Newgate is what it's all about.
Werner Metcalf is one of the Hunter Valley's most revered stud managers, with a slew of industry leaders having benefited from working alongside her. Let's see some of the draft from Middlebrook Valley Lodge for 2023. Werner, of course, you've won many awards as one of the leading horsewomen, not only in the Scone district, but right around Australia. And you can see that in the presentation of these horses and their manners and the way your staff are. It's really great to see.
I'm very lucky to have very good staff, Carolyn. Most of them have been here with me for a long time, and they are excellent staff. Very good horsewoman.
The yearlings themselves, you have obviously clients that you're preparing these yearlings for. Tell me a little bit about how Middlebrook Valley Lodge actually operates, getting the horses to Easter.
Well, we're actually very lucky to have 8 horses in Easter because we don't have a lot of yearlings. We don't breed just for the sale ring. We have a lot of owners that have horses here just to race, breed to race. And they're all from good clients that have been with us for a long time, and they respect and trust me, which is a huge thing in this industry. So I'm very lucky.
Yeah, well, I think the horses and the staff are lucky to have you. But let's have a look at these. We're just going to look at these 3 because they are, as I said, outstanding individuals. Lot 56 by Zoostar from Calming Influence. Now, I thought Zusane was the closest looking to Zoostar. Zoostar is dad, but this colt is pretty much a pea in the pod of his outstanding father, Zoostar. The dam was a 5-time winner and group placed. It's the family of war artist, and he's just a gorgeous quality boy with that lovely refined Zoostar head.
You can really tell he's a Zoostar, and he's lovely, he's athletic, he's light, well balanced. He's a half brother to one we sold through Beamer last year, and it made just over $1 million, and I'm invincible colt. So this colt is a quality colt.
Next is lot 232 by Capitalist from Amma Jardin. Of course, the half-brother to Sir Jardin. What a good 2-year-old he was. And he has more to come, I'm sure he does. He was a Todman Stakes winner, a Breeders' Plate winner, and this is a lovely, speedy type. He's a real eye-catcher, isn't he?
He's a real Capitalist. You just look at him, you see Capitalist. Beautiful walking colt, athletic, looks a 2-year-old, out-and-out 2-year-old, has speed to burn. He's just a lovely colt.
And then we look at lot 425 by Russian Revolution from 2 Blue. Russian Revolution, what a great start he's had to his career. A son of Snitzel, and you can see so much Russian Revolution and, of course, the speed of Snitzel in this colt. 2 Blue the dam, she was an 8-time winner. She won the Group 2 Sapphire Stakes, so there's more speed to burn. And he himself's just another speedball.
He's a nice colt, big, strong colt, very athletic, and gets over a lot of ground. When he walks, he's just a lovely colt.
Yeah, and good attitudes, these colts. I mean, there's a lot going on, and you can see that they're really interested and they're buzzy and they're across what's happening, but their manners are pretty damn good.
Well, we're lucky because we've just weaned another batch of foals, and they've actually paraded exceptionally well. I'm very proud of them and proud of the staff.
And looking at Easter, I mean, it is the big sort of high point of the year, isn't it?
Easter is, and it's like we're very lucky to get 8 to Easter, as I said, and I mean, it's huge credit to the farm for us to have 8 in there. A lot goes into prepping any yearlings, not just Easter horses. we treat them all like they're going to the same sales, so they're all looked after really well. Brushed every day. Staff come back at night and put rugs on and check them, hay up. So it's a really big team effort to get all these horses to sales. I think it's going to go good. The best horses go to Easter, as we all know. I think the market's not that bad. There is a bit of a correction in the market, but it's not that bad, and I think it'll be a very good sale.
Middlebrook Valley Lodge with yearlings worth checking out on the sales ground too. Coming up after the break on the 2023 Inglis Easter Yearling Sale Preview, we look at some of the stars from their Kiora Stud draft. Welcome back to part 2 of the 2023 Inglis Easter Yearling Sale Preview. Ananda Krishnan's Kiora Stud has long been an industry leader and is now making even more of a mark, returning to standing young stallions to complement their enormous range of quality broodmares. Let's see some of their yearlings for Easter 23. Shane, Kiora Stud always present a premium product for the Inglis Easter Yearling Sale, and this year these yearlings are absolutely no different. But you've had another wonderful year, sales ring success, and of course on the racetrack.
Yeah, no, it's been a big year so far, and hopefully it continues. We've had great success with purchases from Easter, and also some of the horses that we sold there last year are already looking very good at this early stage. But this year we're bringing 10 really nice yearlings down. Very happy with how they're coming along. A couple of weeks left to go just to put the finishing touches on, but no, it's a very solid draft. 7 colts and 3 fillies, you know, all by either champion sires that we know can produce Group 1 winners, and then there's 1 or 2 very exciting young sires coming through, the likes of Justify and Piorata.
And Kiora, you've really found, you know, I guess a place in people's hearts, especially around this region. Your Stallion Open Day is just sensational, and obviously now standing those stallions is so exciting for Ananda Krishnan and the entire team here at Kiora, and the public and the breeders are really getting behind Kiora.
Oh, definitely. No, it's been a great lease of life put back into Kiora in the last couple of years. You know, the Stallion Barn, the stallions we've set up have been so greatly supported by all the breeders and everyone in the area, and we're very, very thankful of that. It was a big operation, the reintroduction of stallions again, but you know, it's been very successful so far, and all the feedback we've been getting has just been very positive, so that's all you can ask for.
Well, starting here at Kiora is lot 84. This is by Justify from Coral Coast. The dam by So You Think. You can tell that. You just have one look at this horse, and was 3rd in the Gloaming, 4th in the Queensland Oaks from champion New Zealand filly Dora Bella. So it is the family of media sensation too. But, you know, it's obviously that real sort of So You Think colouring, but great action on this boy. He's a lovely colt.
Yeah, no, he's the second foal out of the mare. He had a full brother last year, sold through Easter. That's already shown promise for Liam Howley down in his newly established Macedon. But no, this colt, he really fills the eye. He's very forward type. As you said, he's got a lot of So You Think, but also, you know, I think Justify in the early days has definitely shown he can get a good one. This guy, we're very pleased with how he's going. He's just very straightforward, very correct, lovely and strong, and just the best attitude to go along with it all.
Next is lot 160 by Snitzel from Gypsy Robin. Of course, we know Snitzel, champion Australian sire 4 times, and this is the full sister to Wild Ruler, and of course the half sister now to the VRC Oaks runner-up in Pavitra. She's a lovely, sensible girl.
Oh, she's a beautiful filly. I mean, we know the cross works, obviously being a full sister to Wild Ruler, but the family just keeps expanding. I mean, Pavitra now by American Pharaoh. She was very unlucky, ran a huge race in the VRC Oaks last year, and you know, a very brave person would say Pavitra on another Oaks run this year in Sydney. Whoever picks this filly up this year, there's a very good chance 2 weeks later that she's going to be a sibling to 2 Group 1 winners with the way Pavitra's going. Lot
208 by I'm Invincible from Mars Street. Of course, Vinnie, the champion Australian sire currently, and Mars Street, well, she's done the job, hasn't she? This is, of course, the full sister to Loving Gabby, and just a lovely, powerful type.
Oh, she's a beautiful filly. You know, you'd never believe she's a November foal looking at her. She's forward and ready to go, but you know, Love and Gabby was a very good 2-year-old herself, and we're not really trying to reinvent the wheel here as the previous lot. You know, the cross works. She's by a champion out of a very good producing mare in Maastricht. Her other full sister, Greece as well, Kieran Marabot, unlucky as a 2-year-old with all the wet tracks, didn't like that, but you know, she's really coming back, and she's entered in a couple of very good stakes races over the next couple of weeks, and I know the stable have a very high opinion of her. So you know, this filly as well, she's, you know, she really throws back to the family. Just looks like a really nice strong running sort.
Lot 424, a colt by I Am Invincible again. As you said, they're by champion sires this draft. Twilight Royale, the dam, again, she's done the job. I just love this mare. She won the Inglis Nursery, the Inglis Premier race, the VRC Sires Produce, 5 to race for 4 winners, and she's thrown another cracker here. I just love this guy. He's just like the very best sort of Vinnies, isn't he?
She throws the most incredible type, this mare, and you know, she had the race record to go with it. She's already thrown some very good runners with the likes of black type Royal Hail, and the 2-year-old this year, Sarah Sana by Snitzel for Robbie Griffiths and Matt de Kock. She looks a pretty serious runner, came fourth in the Chairman's after a very, very impressive maiden win, and I think they're going to hold her back now because she thinks she has a very big future ahead of her, a little bit more maturing to do, which is one thing this fella doesn't. He's big, he's strong, and he's ready to go to the races. You know, whoever buys him won't have to wait long. They'll be out, and they'll be out early. He's just an incredible style of colt.
Lot 252 by Exceed and Excel. I mean, he just keeps on keeping on, doesn't he? Exceed and Excel. More Than Real, the dam. The 3/4 brother, this colt, to Miss Debutante, who won the Denise's Joy. And of course, her daughters are exceptional 2-year-olds in Queen of the Ball and Platinum Jubilee. Oh,
definitely. As you say, Exceed, he's like a fine wine. Just every year he just gets better and better, and what he's doing is amazing, especially with these 2-year-olds. This colt, very nice style of Exceed as well. You know, nice and forward, lots of quality to him, and exactly what you look for in Exceed. And then he's got the pedigree to back it up. I mean, as you mentioned, More Than Real herself, she was a juvenile Breeders' Cup winner. Miss Debutante was a very good 2-year-old. That was one of her first foals, and Miss Debutante herself has produced 2 black type 2-year-olds in the last 2 years. So I mean, if you're looking for a 2-year-old, this is, you know, definitely one you have to be shortlisting. But you know, with the colt's physicality and you know the page he's got, I think a lot of people will be very interested come sale time.
And finally, lot 206 is by Piero from Ljubljana. So, of course, the 3/4 brother to the VRC Oaks winner Pinot. But it is that great Dazelle, Daimler, Palacios family all the way through every generation of Group 1 or serious group performers.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if you're a big pedigree enthusiast, this is one that'll just have your mouth watering, so it is. Obviously by Piero out of a Fastnet Rock mare. The family has already produced, you know, high quality runner and Group 1 winner Pinot, so very closely related to her. But you take all that away and you look at this colt standing out in the flesh. You know, I'm very, very fond of him. He's very strong, straightforward, lots of quality. And for Piero, he looks like he might just go early as well. He has that temperament and maturity about him that you definitely wouldn't be saying he's not a 2-year-old runner.
And of course, it's the exciting time now to get them sort of all down to Riverside, and you know, there's sort of conjecture about how the sale will go. But again, you know, as we've said through the previews generally, this is the very best. I mean, we see these elite pedigrees and elite conformation on all these yearlings heading to Easter. How do you think it'll go?
Oh, it's when you look at the Easter and you're starting to go through the catalogue now, both from selling and buying purposes, you know, it's a very, very strong catalogue. It is the creme. And you know, we know when we put an Easter draft together, we look at what is the very best that we have to sell that year, and that's what it consists of. As you say, they're very strong pedigrees, and they're all by very, very good sires. And you know, it's very exciting. The last couple of weeks gets a little bit nervous when you're getting the finishing touches on, but once we get down there and we start parading, it's all go, and looking very forward to it.
A magnificent operation, Kiora Stud, and we wish them the best of luck for Inglis Easter 23. Coming up after the break, let's head across the ditch to New Zealand and the famous Cambridge Stud with select yearlings heading to Riverside. Brendan and Joe Lindsay's Cambridge Stud in New Zealand has a great influence on Group 1 results in Australia, and this year they're sending some select yearlings across for Inglis Easter 23. Let's see the pick of the crop from Cambridge. Scott, it's so great to have Cambridge Stud in New Zealand included in our Inglis Easter Yearling sale preview. Obviously, you've sold absolute champions for many, many years, and it's so great to see Almanzor represented too, given that the early successes that he's had.
Yeah, we've been involved in a lot of the sales under our own banner this year, so it's been quite a long season, but we've hopefully saved some of the best for last, and we've got a nice group of horses to bring over. Yeah, on the back of some nice success for our homebreds, as well as you say, Almanzor, who continues to go from strength to strength, and you know he's up to 11 stakes performers now, which for that early stage of his career is a really great number.
And as usual, Cambridge Stud, you know, you have such a great reputation for breeding horses that are performing, and of course plenty performing in the best of stakes races.
Yeah, it's a big part of our operation is to see the colours go around and be successful, and I think there's a little bit of added satisfaction when their homebreds like Polygon is and like Aquacade is at the moment. And you know, certainly Aquacade, she's been in had a really great run through the summer and autumn, and looks to be a mare that we can really look forward to for next season too. So you know, another done deal in the draft to sell just like her. So hopefully you know, she can be another one to go forward and carry that CS brand in some really big races down the line.
Well, we start with lot 2, who's by Almanzor, a filly from Zanella. As we know, Almanzor, such a versatile sire. What a great thrill with a Victoria Derby winner in the spring, following on from a Karaka Millions 2-year-old winner earlier last year. And this is more than a half-sister to the Oaks Prelude winner Miss Ella, who's of course by Ifraj. Second Dam Diamond Like from that great influence Tristalov, the 8-carat family. And look, there are just too many Group 1 winners in this family to actually mention here, aren't there?
Yeah, I love this filly. I think she's one of the nicest fillies we've taken to sale all year. Beautiful quality filly, nice frame, a proper Easter pedigree, and for somebody, she's a fantastic opportunity to buy into this family, which has traditionally been very successful with its fillies, and obviously with Miss Ella right there in the first generation, it continues to do well. So I think she's a really, really great opportunity for somebody.
Lot 52 is by Done Deal from Bubble Rani. Done Deal, we know, stakes winners year in, year out. And of course, this is the second crop where his service fee increased, so he really attracted some wonderful mares. Dams is by Dalakani, a winner over 2,600 metres in France from the multiple group winning Bubble family, and just a gorgeous filly.
Yeah, Done Deal's in a little bit of a purple patch at the moment, and I think as the strength of his mares comes through again, he's going to really solidify his place as a good proven stallion. Obviously with the luck we've been having with Aquacade lately, you don't have to convince us he's a good sire, and this filly is from a very well related filly, you know, only 2 dams on the page. It's a really deep pedigree with a European flavour to it. Obviously Dalakani's a fantastic broodmare sire influence, and I think this filly is a really athletic filly, got a lot of quality about her, and you know, you look at the page and then what you see in front of you, for someone looking, you know, who's a bit 3-year-old minded, looking for a nice classic style of filly, I think she really fits the bill.
Lot 298 is a filly by Pirata from Prose Poem. The sire, of course, a tough Group 1 winning sprinter, leaving some outstanding types going to the leading stables, and another French perform mare in stakes company, the family of the French Derby winner Lorman.
Yeah, I think if you look at Pirata's results so far, it's no surprises he's leaving a really good type, and this filly's no exception. She's a gorgeous filly, really good bodied, strong forearm and gaskin, lovely dark colour. She's a latish foal, she's a November foal, but already quite mature, and I think when she's fully developed, she's just a lovely filly, and with that great flavour to her pedigree with a Dam Sire and Street Cry, you know, and that mare's out of a French Oaks winner. So again, it's a really deep family, and this filly's I think going to have a lot of admirers at the sales.
And then lot 441 by Castel Vecchio from Via Veneto. The sire, of course, a Group 1 winning 2 and 3-year-old by Dundeel, and you get that great High Chaparral Saddler's World's Blood. The dam is by Lawman and a half-sister to the Epsom Handicap winner in Australia. He's your man. So this is a French-bred Via Veneto, the dam of this filly. But tell me about her.
She's another with a really deep pedigree, only the 2 dams on the page. The mother's already left a 3-year-old winner by Almanzor called Algendi, who I think's got the makings of a really nice staying 3-year-old and older as he goes. And this filly, been from the first crop of Castelvecchio, you know, a Group 1 winner at 2 and then a classic winner at 3. He's exactly the kind of horse that we'd like to breed ourselves. So we supported him in his first year, and we've been really happy with the foals we've had by him. This filly, she's an August foal. She's quite a mature filly, good-bodied, and got that kind of athleticism that I think you expect from that Dundeel High Chaparral line. So again, you know, by a young stallion out of a young mare with a pedigree to back her up, I think she fits really well in the sale, and we're looking forward to presenting her.
And of course, you've had a really busy sales season, yearling sales season, Cambridge Stud, and really great to see, you know, sending some of these beautiful yearlings over to this elite Australasian sale.
Yeah, it's been great to be active in the market in Australia under our own banner. We've really enjoyed the process and, you know, had some luck with some nice prices at each sale. And obviously that's only one part of it. It's all about what happens on the racetrack, and we've been very fortunate that I think we've had 9 stakes winners in the last year, you know, that have been raised on the farm, and that's something we're very proud of, and we're going to look to continue building on as we go. And I think the quality of yearlings we've offered across the board this year has been really strong, and hopefully that'll bode really well for future success on the racetrack.
Great to see the magnificent New Zealand bred yearlings adding to the quality bloodstock on offer at Easter 2023. Coming up after the break, we head to the Southern Highlands of New South Wales to preview the drafts from Silverdale Farm and Milburn Creek. John and Trish Muir's Milburn Creek is what's known as a boutique broodmare farm, but when you look at the overall expertise and the quality of the bloodstock, you can see it's a thoroughly professional operation. And again, they're taking some future racetrack stars to Riverside. It's wonderful being here at Milburn Creek. It's an absolute showpiece property, isn't it? Just the archetypal Southern Highlands farm, and you've had so much success for so many years from here.
Thank you, Caroline. We have. First of all, welcome to Milburn Creek on this wet, misty morning. If I can say, Inglis have put a magnificent catalogue together, 457 yearlings, and I would think every one would be worthy of inspection.
Well, it is, as we keep saying, the best of the best. And your drafts, for many years, you've had outstanding horses coming through them. I mean, even Secret Admirer you've bred, Hampton Court, of course, and now Coolangatta. It is so exciting to see born, raised and obviously sold from Milburn Creek.
Yes, thank you. Coolangatta, of course, belongs to the Warren family, Highclere Stud, and Piping Hot lives here. So Coolangatta was bought, foaled and raised and sold at the Magic Million, and thankfully, she's gone on to better and bigger things, and hopefully she's off to Ascot to show the world her worth.
What do you think it is? I mean, the Southern Highlands has a great reputation. There are a number of farms, obviously, down here who've bred some absolutely outstanding racehorses. You know, you can see the trees, the greenery. It's just a beautiful places for horses to grow out, isn't it?
It is. Well, Richard Turnley was down here years ago, and with Victory Pritz, the stallion. Terse, he bred, and many other very good horses. Horses really enjoy living down here. Rich, wonderful pastures, rolling hills, beautiful spring water, fresh air. We're about 740 metres above sea level here. It is a country that responds to rain very quickly. Unfortunately, we don't have to irrigate.
Yeah, and the team, you always have a good team here. Scott Holcomb obviously is a wonderful part of what you're doing here these days at Milburn Creek, but all your staff, watching them handling these yearlings, I mean, they're outstanding horsemen and women.
Well, Scott Holcomb is one in a million. All the accolades of the raising of the horses, his attention to detail, his commitment, I've never found another person like him. He's assembled a wonderful team of staff. They really enjoy working here, and we appreciate them and we treat them like they're one of our family. I do the matings, we talk about conformation, which that's his expertise. It's worked well over the years we've been together.
And looking at these particular horses too, you know, the beauty of being a broodmare farm as you are, you can access the very best stallions, and that's probably one of the major keys to your success. Not only, as you say, you know, getting the mating plans right, but being able to go to so many champion Australian stallions.
Well, there's some marvellous horses standing at stud. Yes, we do have a 1 or 2 shares in certain stallions, but our operation, fortunately, we can send our mares all over Australia to the stallion that suits best.
I'm sure you're very happy with these yearlings we've seen here today. They're just in magnificent condition, and the staff doing a great job too.
Yeah, well, they're a good crew of people, and obviously Easter horses, they've got to look what they need. The pedigrees are big, the horses are nice, but you know the guys have got to do a great job and put a load of work into them, and you can see how well they behaved today. That's all their work.
You're not using bits on these horses, and they look so lovely and relaxed with the way that you have sort of the chain with the cover over their nose.
So about 4 or 5 years ago, when we started going to the States buying mares, I noticed the guys had started using these shanks with leather covers. So we bought some home, we started playing with them, and then found how well they went with them. There was a couple of horses that got injuries, so we started using them. And then we noticed the agents, the trainers all loved them. And trainers will ask you, where can you buy them? So we've kept going with it, and then we started doing the fillies, and they all seem to love them, and the staff have so much more control over them. So we've run with it, and we're going to continue to do it.
Lot 349 from Sexy Eyes, this filly, she's just gorgeous, isn't she? Great action on her. The full brother sold for over $1 million, and the dam, well, she won the Belle of the Turf and the Wheatwood.
Yeah, so I mean the mare was a classy mare herself, and you can see she throws the type. And it's a big pedigree, moves beautiful, great nature. Probably need a little bit of time like the brother, but just quality. Just like she'll be one of the picks of the sale.
And then lot 195 by I Am Invincible from Lakshmi Bai. This filly's dam is a sister to the stakes winner Pandemic, and a half, of course, to the Blue Diamond winner Earthquake and stakes winner Palomares. Great old Woodlands Darley family, isn't it? And great, of course, having a Vinny.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see it's typical Vinny. But obviously from the Woodlands days, we knew how they all throw types. James sent that filly up to us last year, just after winter. You can see she's a classy filly, and just kept improving the whole time. So deep and big shouldered like a Vinny, but also like the family we used to have at Woodlands. I mean, catechism and all that used to have beautiful depth to her, and that's what she's got.
Next is the Schnitzel Chocolate Martini filly, of course by a 4-time champion sire in Schnitzel. And John and Trish bought the mare in the US. Of course, Hampton Court, you've got the Broken Vow coming through there as well. She won a Group 2 Oaks and then was second in the Group 1 American Oaks. So this is what we've seen work so well, isn't it? These American-bred racetrack well-performed fillies matching with our champion sires.
Well, obviously, we paid a lot of money for the mare, and we loved her when we saw her. We had a bit of competition to try and buy her. And as you mentioned, John had a good success with the cross, which obviously led us to why we wanted to buy her. What she's thrown, first foal, big, scopy, beautiful moving. I mean, it needed a little bit of time, but just quality and does well, and just everything you ask, she does. So like the mare.
Then lot 369, a beautiful colt by Exceed and Excel from Soft Kiss. I mean, he's just a gorgeous, handsome Exceed, isn't he? He's so like his father, has that lovely deep red sort of bay and such a handsome head. Yep.
I mean, obviously another mare we bought from the States. Mare's a ripper, so she's obviously throwing what she is. I mean, Exceed and Excel, I mean, he doesn't need any introduction. I mean, he just every year, 2-year-olds, and he just gets types. And obviously he moves well, he looks early. We're wrapped in him.
And finally, lot 416 by Done Deal from Time Awaits. The dam was an SA Sires Produce Stakes winner. And this is the half-brother to a Flemington Stakes winner, Magic Time. The third dam, Mr. Chantry. Great Western Australian filly. And he's so done deal, isn't he?
Very much so. Look, he's a great type. It's the third foal of the mare. They all throw types. She's a ripper herself. We bought her out of the sales. We obviously raced the first foal, Graham Begg, the old connection, coming up for the carnival. She's already got to a great start, but I think there's a lot in the future for her. And obviously that colt is a ripper.
And it's very relaxed here too. It's just a lovely environment. And I'm sure, you know, the excitement's building heading towards Easter too, but the plan is just keep them all nice and safe and calm, and that's what you're doing.
We're not there yet. So, I mean, obviously everything we do now is just go, don't do anything different. Just keep them going, keep them ticking over. They're nearly already there, so physically, coach-wise, we just have to hold them. As you can see how relaxed they are going the walker there. They're pretty caged, we've got a good routine. We're excited, so we're looking forward to going. So and the guys done a great job, we're ready to roll, so we just got to get there, and we're all looking forward to it.
It is a mouth-watering catalogue, similar to the best 457 yearlings in Australia. Racing in Australia is the prize money is the envy of the world. Why wouldn't you want to race a horse in Australia by comparison to prize money elsewhere? We have 16 yearlings in the draft. You've only seen some of them here today. I can truly say every one of them offers something very good in their own right.
Steve and Eliza Grant's Silverdale Farm here in the Southern Highlands of New South Wales is developing into a wonderful showpiece property with an elite band of broodmares who visit the best stallions every year. It's also the birthplace of last year's Golden Slipper winner Fireburn. Let's see what's in store for Silverdale Farm at Easter 2023. We love coming down to Silverdale Farm in the Southern Highlands. It's just an absolutely outstanding property what Steve and Eliza Grant are doing, and your whole team here. But it's so exciting to see these yearlings, you know, the most beautiful types to parade ahead of Easter.
Very excited, Caroline. Always nice to have you back to the farm. And yeah, we're very proud of the draft that we've assembled for this year's Easter sale, and they've all come on really well, and we're looking forward to the next fortnight getting to the sale.
And of course, well, the Golden Slipper winner last year, Fireburn, came from Silverdale Farm. That's a real feather in the cap. But looking at the racehorses too that Silverdale has invested in, of course, with China Horse Club and Trilogy, the record and the results are just outstanding.
Yeah, we feel very fortunate to be a part of that group, and obviously they're buying some fantastic horse flesh, and the results are coming as well. So for us to have a little small share there and share in that bit of fun on the track is fantastic. Yeah, to have 3 horses in the slipper, that's what dreams are made of.
We start with lot 50, Extreme Choice from Brave Soldier. This is the Setsuna Miss Solis family, and of course the Extreme Choices, not only are they pretty rare, but I tell you what, the record he has is just incredible.
It is unbelievable, and we feel very fortunate to have 2 of the 6 in the sale in our draft. Yeah, he's a real, he's in the image of his father, very athletic, good moving colt.
Next is lot 115, a filly by Deep Field from the Savabeel mare Endian Rose. Of course, she was a 6-time winner. She was group place, but again, it's one of these great New Zealand families. They just have Group 1 success year in, year out. You go back to Domino, a New Zealand Oaks winner.
Yeah, no, she's a beautiful filly. Just one of those types that's continued to improve the whole way through from when she was a foal. And Bon Ho purchasing the half-sister last year, Untouchable Legend. She's only had 1 start, but she looks to have quite a bit of ability in the Hawks stable.
And second of the Extreme Choices, this is a filly from a mare called Russian Ruby. She was a winner herself, and she's had 1 foal to race, 1 winner in Fighting the Dog, who's a multiple winner too. Again, you go back, a really interesting sort of international page here.
Yeah, she's a beautiful filly. She's just got this incredible action, just really floats across the ground, and she's done really well through the prep. She's not very big, but you know, by the sire that everyone wants a piece of.
Lot 346 is a filly by I Am Invincible, of course, reigning champion Australian sire from the Street Sense mare in Sense of Height. We know, of course, Street Sense has done a wonderful job as well as a son of Street Cry. You go back through a lot of black type here through Whitlam Dirty was a really good filly as well. Happy Go Plucky, a lot of black type. Stretched right through the page here for this filly by the champion sire.
Yeah, another exciting one. She's a beautiful quality filly. Again, very good action. The mare's doing a fantastic job. She's only had the 2 to the races so far, and she's had a Australian Oaks placed in Quintessa and a colt by Dissident who's done a very good job. So no, a lot of time for this mare. I'm very excited about the future with her, and this filly will certainly add to her record.
Lot 367 is by Written Tycoon, of course, a former champion Australian sire out of Snitzel's Goddess. Of course, Snitzel as a broodmare sire, being a 4-time champion Australian sire, we're already seeing him come to the party with that as a potential champion broodmare sire. She won 3 times the dam, and it's that crafty earner family. Zerner, the second dam, she was a superstar in Singapore too, so another deep family going all the way down to a super filly in WA, Tuscan Queen.
Yeah, he's a beautiful colt. Really good shape, plenty of bone, good action, family of Zing as well, and all these horses being bred up very well. But yeah, he's just a really good looking athletic colt by Written Tycoon, and yeah, really excited to take him to sale.
Lot 368 is by Snitzel out of the I Am Invincible mare in Snogging. And this is her first foal, lovely early August foal too. And I mean, Snitzel just keeps on keeping on, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does. And this colt, there's loads of Snitzel about him, big masculine jaw and a beautiful head on him. He's a great moving colt, and it gives you a lot of confidence when a mare throws a colt of this quality in her first foal that she's going to go on with the job. So no, he's an exciting colt.
Lot 405 is a filly by Deepfield from Foxwedge mare Tatsy. She won 5 times. She was a good race mare. She's a half to Derelique, who's been a really good brood mare for the Crismail family. Shania Dane, Scintillation, Summer Passage coming through as a Group 1 winner in New Zealand in the family as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Tatsy, very good race mare trained by Chris Waller. She's a gorgeous physical herself, and she's replicating that in her foals. This Deepfield filly, they're doing a great job on the track, and she's got a capitalist coming through behind her, so she's doing a wonderful job. Very athletic, good moving filly.
And finally, lot 440, just a magnificent filly, this one, by the Autumn Sun. We know he's now had a Black Opal Stakes winner and a stakes place getter in New Zealand as well, the champion colt of his generation. Via Africa, the dam, she was a champion sprinter in South Africa. So, of course, this is the 3/4 sister to, in the Congo, the Golden Rose winner, who's come back in great form as well. So we know that this cross really works, and what an outstanding filly this is.
She's a gorgeous filly, that's for sure. And I mean, normally you spend that kind of money as a weanling, you get a bit of buyer's remorse, but I remember looking at her shortly after we purchased her, and nothing but confidence. So we're fortunate she's come on with it. She's continued to develop. We feel fortunate that the Autumn Sun's kicking on with it. Timing's everything in this game, and hopefully she's people like her as much as I do.
And I mean, there's enormous pressure when you're dealing at this level with this level of bloodstock. But it's also enormously rewarding. We can see the pride you all take in preparing these horses.
Yeah, a lot of work goes in, as with many of the breeders out there. They're long days, and it can be tough there at times. But we're very fortunate here. We work hard, but we're assembling a really nice group of mares, and we love taking that quality to sale and then seeing them perform on the track. Ultimately, if they don't perform, you're in strife. But thankfully, for a young farm, we're only just finding our way, but we've had some results already, and hopefully they continue to come.
That is our second Inglis Easter yearling sale preview. I look forward to seeing you at Riverside at Warwick Farm in Sydney's West on April 3 and 4 as you look for your future champions of the racetrack. I'm Caroline Searcy. I'll see you there.
This program proudly brought to you by Inglis.